Welcome back our YouTube channel, The Stoic Strive. She tells her friends, I don't know what it is about him. Her voice is calm, but her pupils dilate, her breathing shifts. She can't put a finger on it, but you could, because there's a man, not the richest, not the loudest, not the most ripped. Yet women orbit around him. Like gravity isn't even a choice. She could be a lawyer, a barista, or a girl with 1 million Instagram followers. It doesn't matter when this type of man walks in. Everything else fades her plans out the window, her standards rewritten. Why? Because this man hits her in a place no money, no muscle, no pickup line ever could, her psychology. And here's the truth. 99% of women fall for this type of man, the one who knows what she feels before she knows she's feeling it. That's why I'm excited to have the Wing Girl method as the sponsor of today's video, founded by renowned dating expert and fellow YouTuber, Money, Your Personal Wing Girl, whose channel has grown to over 1.3 million subscribers, as well as being featured on MTV, Dr. Drew, Ask Men, and Penthouse. Her goal is to help improve the dating lives of men. But let's be honest, guys, suck at flirting. And that's where Money comes in. She has helped thousands of men transform their dating lives with her science-backed flirting method, the F formula, which has been used by tens of thousands of men worldwide. I can honestly say this is better than all of the therapy that I've had. It changed my life because all of a sudden I realized there's nothing wrong with me. And because the Wing Girl method is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an unbeatable deal. Just click the first link in the description. Now, grab your exclusive preview of the F formula completely free. Plus, if you decide to pick up the full program, you'll get an extra 20% off if you're tired of failing at flirting and being stuck on the sidelines. Stop wasting time, take control of your dating life. Click the link below and get access right away. Let's dive in. Type 1. The man who's silent but not empty. He doesn't try to impress. He doesn't talk over her. He doesn't peacock like the loudmouths at the gym or rehearse lines like a sitcom actor. He's quiet, but that's silence. It's not weakness, it's presence. Women are drawn to him because when he enters the room, it shifts. Not because he speaks, but because he doesn't need to see most men talk to fill the air. This guy lets silence work for him. It creates mystery, and mystery is oxygen to feminine energy. It pulls her in, makes her curious what's going on in his mind, and that question haunts her. He's the kind of guy who looks at you for a second too long, not aggressively, but intentionally. And when he finally does speak, it lands like a punch, short, sharp, memorable. He might say, most people chase attention. I just like watching what they do when they think no one's watching. Boom, now she's rethinking everything. His quiet doesn't come from insecurity. It comes from discipline, from self-respect, from observation. He reads the room before the room reads him. He's 10 steps ahead, watching how she moves, what makes her blink twice, what makes her hesitate. He knows that talking too much is like showing your cards before the game begins. And he's not here to play cards. He's here to dominate the table. And here's the deeper layer. This man doesn't try to prove himself because he already knows what he is not, just to himself, but to them, the women who feel the heat of his stillness, like sunlight through a magnifying glass. And when he finally touches her hand, finally pulls her in, finally whispers something. It's not just his words. It's the energy of a man who's been silent long enough to mean everything he says. Type 2. The man who's focused like a blade. He has something that's rarer than blue eyes or six-pack abs. It's not bought, it's not borrowed, and it cannot be faked for long purpose. He's not chasing women. He's chasing his mission. And here's the twist that makes women chase him. You ever see a woman throw herself at a guy who's too busy, who works too much, writes late into the night, trains like a soldier, studies like an addict, plans like a general, That's this guy. He doesn't just want to be successful, he's obsessed, he's lost in it. And that obsession, it's magnetic because most guys treat women like the prize this guy. He treats his life like the prize. And women feel that difference when she texts, "What are you doing?" He doesn't lie. "I'm building something, I'm editing, I'm training, I'm not available right now." And she doesn't get mad. She gets curious because in a world full of men bending backward just for attention, this one stands tall and she wants to know what he's building. That's so important. She has to earn her place beside it. He's not a jerk, he's not disrespectful, but he's unavailable in a way that makes her want to earn access. And that's key when you make a woman work for your time. She values it 10 times more. He's not cold, but he's not easy. He gives praise sparingly. He compliments her like gold once sharply, then he moves on. She's never sure if she has him. And that uncertainty ignites her because nothing seduces the feminine more than a man who refuses to be distracted. He's not playing hard to get. He is hard to get, and in her bones, she knows if she fumbles him, she won't get a second shot type 3. The man who looks at her like he knows her secrets. She says, "No one really gets me." He looks at her and smirks. He doesn't respond because he already does, this guy. He's not interested in the surface, not the eyelashes, not the heels, not the profile filters. He's watching the small stuff, how her voice changes when she's nervous, how she looks down when she's about to lie, how her laugh fades just a little too fast when she's faking it. He sees her the way no one else does, and that freaks her out in the best way because women want to feel beautiful. But what they crave is to feel seen. And this man, he sees all of her, the light and the shadow. He's not intimidated by her ambition. He's not manipulated by her tears. He's not impressed by her games. He doesn't chase, but he doesn't ignore. Instead, he mirrors her. When she's soft, he meets her with depth. When she's guarded, he steps back when she reveals a truth, even a dark one. He doesn't flinch, and that right there, that's intimacy, that's the high. She doesn't get from the guys trying to buy her time or break down her walls, because this guy doesn't break down walls. He waits until she opens them on her own, because deep down she wants to feel chosen, but not by a man who's choosing everyone. She wants to be chosen by the man who already knew who she was before she said a single word. Type 4, the man who walks away without flinching. Let's get one thing straight. Most men will do anything to stay in her good graces. They'll apologize for things they didn't do. Nod when they should walk and shrink themselves to fit the shape she wants. But this man, he'd rather lose her than lose his spine. He's not heartless. He's just not addicted. You see, he lives by an ancient rule. If I have to beg for it, I don't want it. And women, they feel that line like a gunshot. Because let's be real, a lot of women have mastered the game. Push-pull, hot, cold, breadcrumbing, testing your limits. Most guys fall for it. But this guy, he doesn't flinch. He doesn't fight to be understood. He doesn't explain his worth if she disrespects him even a little. He's gone and not in a performative. I'm blocking you to get attention. Way number. He just vanishes emotionally, mentally, and eventually physically. And here's the twist. That's when she starts to feel the most why, because women measure a man's value by how much he's willing to walk away from. And this man, he walks like he's already been to war. He's bled, healed, and now his peace is non-negotiable. He gives chances, sure, but he doesn't chase closure. He is the closure. He makes her rethink how she treated him. He haunts her thoughts, not because he was toxic, but because he was real and she lost him. And the most terrifying part, he doesn't come back. No emotional monologue. No, we need to talk. No fishing for validation. He just lets the silence speak, and that silence echoes louder than any words. He's the kind of man who teaches her what self-respect looks like. And once she sees that every nice guy after him just feels like a watered-down echo type. 5. The man who makes her feel like she's the only woman on earth then disappears into his world. Here's the paradox. He's warm, present, intense when he's with her. She feels like she's the only one who exists. He listens like a priest. He touches like a storm. He looks at her like he's undressing her soul. She feels chosen. She feels seen. She feels like she's standing in front of a man who could take her entire heart in one hand and crush it, but chooses not to. But just when she thinks she has him, he's gone. Not in a cruel way, not ghosting, but he simply returns to his world, that mysterious world, the one she knows nothing about, the one where he disappears, to write, to work, to build, to heal, to become more. And that emotional high, the presence, the eye contact, the intimacy, it turns into withdrawal. And suddenly she's chasing him because he gave her something. No one else could a taste of being fully known. And then he took it back. That man is dangerous. Not because he's manipulative, but because he's rare. He's mastered the art of intensity and distance. He's the storm and the quiet after, and her nervous system doesn't know what to do with that. He's not avoidant, he's not emotionally unavailable. He's just rooted in something deeper than the need for constant attention. And that depth, that's what makes him unforgettable. She dates others, but they feel flat. She hears compliments, but they feel rehearsed. She gets attention, but it feels like noise because none of them know how to hold her mind and body the way he did and then let her go like they weren't afraid of losing her. That kind of man. He doesn't just win her heart, he rewires it. Liked this video, then hit that subscribe button like it owes you money. We drop nothing but real, raw, untouchable truths here. No fluff, no filters. Turn on the bell so you don't miss what's next. Because the next one is going to mess with your head in the best way possible. Until then, be cold, be kind, and never beg.